You're at a party, standing near the snack table, and someone walks up to you with a friendly smile. "So, how about this weather we've been having?" they say, and instantly something inside you just recoils. Not because you're rude, not because you dislike the person, but because your brain is screaming, "Please, anything but this." If you've ever felt this way, if small talk feels like nails on a chalkboard, while everyone else seems perfectly content discussing traffic patterns and weekend plans, you're not broken. You're not antisocial, you're just wired differently. And today, we're going to explore exactly why your brain treats small talk like a threat instead of a treat. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine your mind is like a deep-sea explorer, built for diving into the trenches of human experience, philosophy, emotion, and meaning. Now, imagine someone hands you a kiddie pool and says, "Enjoy the swim." That's what small talk feels like to certain people. It's not that the kiddie pool is bad, it's just that your equipment, your entire psychological apparatus was designed for something else entirely. You're calibrated for depth, and small talk lives exclusively on the surface. Here's what most people don't understand. Hating small talk isn't about being judgmental or thinking you're too good for casual conversation. It's actually about how your brain processes social interaction and meaning. Research in personality psychology has consistently shown that people high in trait openness and introversion tend to find small talk not just boring, but genuinely draining. And there's a neurological reason for this. When you engage in conversation that feels meaningful, your brain lights up in areas associated with reward, connection, and dopamine release. But when the conversation feels empty or scripted, those same reward centers barely flicker. Your brain is literally telling you, this isn't worth our energy. Think about the last conversation that made you lose track of time. Maybe you were talking about childhood fears, or the nature of consciousness, or what happens to ambition as we age, or even just sharing a deeply personal story about something that shaped who you are. During those moments, you probably felt alive, present, energized even. That's because your brain was getting what it craves: substance, authenticity, vulnerability, novelty. Small talk offers none of these things. It's a social script we've all memorized. "How was your weekend?" "Pretty good. Yours?" "Not bad. Thanks for asking." It's the conversational equivalent of elevator music. Harmless, yes, but if you're someone whose brain hungers for intellectual or emotional nutrition, it feels like being fed styrofoam. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. People who hate small talk often share another trait. They have what psychologists call a high need for cognition. This is a fancy way of saying your brain enjoys thinking, analyzing, and exploring complex ideas. You're not content with surface-level information. You want to know the why behind the what, the story beneath the statement. When someone tells you they went hiking last weekend, your brain doesn't just file that away as nice. It wants to know what they thought about during the hike, whether they go alone or with others, what it means to them, why they choose mountains over beaches. You're not making small talk. You're excavating for truth. But here's the tension, and it's one you probably felt your entire life. Society runs on small talk. It's the social lubricant that keeps the gears of everyday interaction turning smoothly. It's how strangers become acquaintances, how coworkers build rapport, how we signal that we're safe, friendly, and approachable. So when you hate small talk, you're essentially rejecting the very tool most people use to navigate the social world. And that can make you feel like an outsider, like you're failing at something that should be easy, like there's something wrong with you. But the truth is, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just playing a different game.